what's up, Bella? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? You know I'm sitting up here bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? This God, you know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there, world? You know what I'm saying? This your major bullshitter, you know what I'm saying? The Joker, the Riddler, Letterman, you know what I'm saying? The alphabet, you know what I'm saying? Every letter. This seventh letter, man. This is the seventh letter, brother. You know what I'm saying? Seventh letter, big brother. You know what I'm saying? G, what's up, G? A shit, A shit, A shit, P, A shit, P. I need to find out what number P is. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Peck is. You know what I'm saying? Craze 3, you know what I'm saying? 6 years a motherfucker ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're in a nursing home. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And God forgive us all. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Big Ward, you know, told me a story about some YNs called Young Brothers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say young nigga. You know what I'm saying? God forgive me. You know what I'm saying? But they're my young soldiers, man. It's God. You know what I'm saying? I told you. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't gonna steal, kill, and destroy. Ain't no 12-year-old and 13-year-old gonna kill, steal, and destroy. They don't come up making that kind of rap and doing that kind of business. You know what I'm saying? In heaven. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They artistic, yes. They are artistic. And they magnet kids. You can call them maggots. You know what I'm saying? Them same maggots they get in the trash, you know what I'm saying? With the old food and the old meats and stuff like that. Them maggots, them atoms, them just atoms, you know what I'm saying? ATOMs. Anything that is not humane, you know what I'm saying? When I say humane, I say who man? Who man? I ask a question. I ask Troy. Because you ask Troy, then you get a tried answer. And if you get a tried answer, it'll be true. And if you get a true answer, it'll be the truth. You know what I'm saying? And Negro is new growth. You know what I'm saying? Joshua is God you are. You know what I'm saying? Jacob is Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Pick up, hand pick is love. Adam is love. God is love. And if you being a God, you know what I'm saying, then who being you and who be in you, if greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world, who in you, who you being, who being you, if you ain't being add am God. You can't be a subtract am or no minus am or no delete am or lie to Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that. And call yourself a heaven and a preacher that's supposed to get in somebody's heaven and you married and an angel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of angels done been married, you know what I'm saying? Divorced and remarried, you know what I'm saying? That's coming back from the dead, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? You divorce somebody that's pretty much dying. If you leave them, you they life, you was they love, you was they God, you left their life, they didn't have it no more. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they go. You know what I'm saying? God forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. That was the real ignorance at the beginning. It really is the definition. I didn't know. But then you can't put that. You just gotta say no excuse, God, or no excuse, First Sergeant. When your First Sergeant Uncle Peck and crazy, you already know that. You already know that. That ain't something you guessing, cause you not only my son, a Mason, You a star and a goddamn American what? Legion. You don't give a damn about that bullshit. Because I made you above all cattle. That's a shepherd. So you the heart and mind of a motherfucking serpent. But the love of a dove. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I got left, Uncle Pet. You know, I bet you it was one time I got left, in the plant. You know what I'm saying? It was raining all night, all day, all the day before. It was like raining for 3 or 4 days straight, you know what I'm saying? And then, we was on nights, you know what I'm saying? So wasn't nothing to do with raining. So Larry Mack, which was my contact, from Phillips. He was the, contact from Phillips over us, you know what I'm saying? So Larry Mack, he was real cool. He was like, man, shit, Jack, y'all get some sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, ain't no sense in staying up, goddamn, in the rain. Shit, so I went to sleep, you know what I'm saying? At first I tried to sleep in there with Gilbert, and Judy office. But Gilbert kept it at 50 degrees, man. Shit, Gilbert was too cold in there. So I went out in the, tool room, you know what I'm saying, and there where all the harnesses and shit was, and got on a bucket and went to sleep, you know what I'm saying. Then I got tired of that and went and got in Hercules, you know what I'm saying, and went to sleep, you know what I'm saying. Then I woke up, man, it was sunlight outside. I was like, God damn, what the hell? And then I looked up, and then Ernest saw me and was like, oh, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Somebody take Jackson to the gate. You know what I'm saying? It was funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Ernest was supervisor, but we loved each other. We were, man, there wasn't no enemies between me and my co-workers and John, even with the name for Slavic. And I knew it was for Slavic, but you put an A there, that's for Slavic, nigga. But then, man, you know what I'm saying? We loved each other for real, you know what I'm saying? We worked with each other, we put up with each other. We didn't live with each other, so we didn't expect to, that love to be, all sensual like it really was, you know what I'm saying? But then, we tried to act like we had an outside life amongst our outside people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people mad at Jack, because, a lot of his people think he love white people more than he love black. No, Jack, y'all just don't know your boy Jack. It's the brother. Y'all just don't know this Burden and Dexter and shit. If Jack don't love black, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be back. You know what I'm saying? Because the only real welders really is, American welders. And that's black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, any color you get. They gotta be American to know how to weld. You know what I'm saying? Because other countries don't teach welding to their people like we do in America. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen a Chinese, Japanese welder. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got them. Yeah, they got them. But not in America. Shit, no, the pay is not. The Japanese will not come over here for y'all's pay. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, oh no, oh no. African, a real African can't well. You know what I'm saying? Only the ones from the islands. Only the ones from the islands. That's the only one that know how to whip. Y'all niggas, man. I ain't bullshitting, daddy. I ain't bullshitting. This shit, daddy, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious now. The foolish, the word of God is foolishness to those who are perishing and about to perish. You know what I'm saying? Now, when your friend tell you he having surgery because he had cancer, that's something that we worry about, especially when it's a close friend like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Now, you didn't want your friend to die, not knowing the end of the book. You know what I'm saying? And you the volume of the book. You know what I'm saying? You the voice of the book and the taste of the book. You know what I'm saying? And you wanted your boy, all you ever wanted with all your friends to believe that we are all gods. That's it. That's it. We gods, man. You know what I'm saying? We being gods. If we ain't being gods, who being us then? You know what I'm saying? Why are we sitting up here lying about it? Wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? Lying because you want to be a whole bunch of snakes instead of regular man and woman. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This shit. We've been doing this a lot of years, mama. We've been doing this a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of years, man. A lot of years. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of years, in a lot of ears, in a lot of ears, Dad. A lot of people that heard you, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Especially Muhammad Ali. And he just left 2014, you know what I'm saying? See now, if me, him, and Chris would have got together, you know what I'm saying? Before he died, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, still got a chance to go see Chris, you know what I'm saying? Still got a chance to go see Chris, Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying? And Patrick, and Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And Ernest, and Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And Kent Green, Freddy Krueger, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Your life, man, everybody got a nickname. I knew when I said he ain't never been up here with us, and everybody started going by rapper and street names. You know what I'm saying? I knew I ain't the only one with a nickname. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Action, Satisfaction, the Main Attraction, Jackson, Pick. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I knew I was gonna be able to play that game. I knew I was gonna be able to play chess because that's my name, Pick. You know what I'm saying? You don't play with a nigga heart, man. It ain't goddamn, oh no, love ain't free, man. Love ain't really free, man. Love ain't really free. No, no, love ain't free, man. And heaven is really free. But love ain't free, man. Labor is love. You know what I'm saying? That's serving. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, they think God and the children of God deserve to be deserved, not served. You know what I'm saying? And they desire to desire God and the children of God. You know what I'm saying? See, we got to turn that around. You know what I'm saying? That love got to come back on top. Like I say, the first become last and the last first. And that love was first. God first loved us first. You know what I'm saying? So now it's y'all's time to be the last Adam, the Lord, and love back. You know what I'm saying? As the word of God. You know what I'm saying? The law that we got put in our hearts and the Holy Ghost that we got poured out on us and the sons and daughters speaking in a foolish tongue now. You know what I'm saying? got no dust, you ain't got no mud, you ain't got no living water. Polluted bread. You know what I'm saying? Polluted bread don't grow no champions, man. Polluted bread don't grow no champions, man. You know what I'm saying? Champion flour, you know what I'm saying? Champion flour. That's why I named Champion Flour, man. Living bread, man. Shit, every grain of that flour too, man. Got a life, a family, man. This shit, so you know, I can't tell them they ain't being God, this shit, because I damn sure like pancakes and biscuits and shit. And and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. They ain't got no yeast. They don't rise. They don't rise. You know what I'm saying? They don't rise. Shit. You know, walking on water. Walking on water, man, it's simple, man. All you gotta do is talk to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was drowning in Florida, you know, Jacksonville Beach, Florida, when I was 13, you know what I'm saying? I was drowning. You know, I always say I ain't never come back, but I really did. I really did. I did come back and have fun with Tony and them, but I don't remember going home. You know what I'm saying? But I was out there, you know, in the beach, you know what I'm saying? Me and Tony was bullshitting out there, you know what I'm saying? And I waded out too far, you know, in them waves and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, them waves start pushing me back in the water, in my chest, started pushing me out in the water, making me go farther out in the water, pushing me back. The waves was taking me out there. So I got to where I couldn't walk back, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't swim back because the water kept taking me back. So, you know, God told me, you know, I got scared and started panicking, you know what I'm saying? Like Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? So when I panicked, you know what I'm saying, God spoke to me in my mind, you know, like he did Adam, you know what I'm saying, and Eve. And he spoke to me in my mind and told me to go to the bottom and crawl, you know what I'm saying? Because sand, you could crawl on sand like steps, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the bottom and crawled, you know what I'm saying? And found out down there, you know what I'm saying? It was when I come up, I was getting a little closer every time. But I found out the current was actually pushing in at the bottom instead of the current pushing, you know, in at the top. It was pushing in at the bottom and going in on the top. It was going in on the top and going back out at the bottom. I mean, it was going in at the bottom and going back out to see at the top. And so I started swimming, you know what I'm saying, along with the crawling. And then I got there faster, you know what I'm saying, saw my cousin and started seeing the people as people instead of ants like I did see them. And then another time, you know what I'm saying, that was when he saved me. Then my nephew, my sister's Shirley's son was out there, her and JT's son, Jonathan. I had John, Jonathan, and Montre with me, you know what I'm saying? Shirley kids, I had all her kids with me fishing with my kids. So, I didn't have no son, at the time, my brother and them, So, we was out there, then all of a sudden, I'm listening, and then all of a sudden I hear, Adam, Adam. I'm like, what? And I look out there, goddamn Jonathan, way out there like I would that time, in Florida. And I say, come on back, come on back. He said, I can't. And so shit, I couldn't think 2 seconds about that. I had to dive in the water, go on out there. I think about this all the time. I think about this just like that Bible. Diving in that water and going and getting that there right there. I seen that scene before, right there. Right there, I seen that scene before. Deja vu. But then, I went out there and got Jonathan, you know what I'm saying? I told him about going to the bottom and crawling, if we had to, but he got on my back and God let me dive in a wave and pushed us back in, you know what I'm saying? So, he decided to let the wave come in on top instead of going out like he had Jonathan at first. And then I brought Jonathan back. But then I couldn't scream at him and tell him to go to the bottom because I was right there like my boy Paul tried to trick me up by telling me, make yourself appear at my house right now. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm here, Paul. Come here. Don't you worry about shit. You already passed the threshold. You know what I'm saying? The threshold, we already over the threshold. Shit, we at home now, don't nobody die and be hold out, you know what I'm saying? Shit, penicillin, man. Penicillin, ampicillin, kill any germ that we got out there. Even gonorrhea, AIDS, all that. Penicillin, man. Ampicillin. I'm the doctor, remember? Shit. They be tripping. Talking about your mother, you know what I'm saying? You live under my roof, you by my laws. See, it is people that feel like that, man. Man, you can't really force no son to pray for you. You can't force nobody to pray for you. That's like forcing somebody to love you. It's forcing somebody to pray for you. Or be on your side. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that's what I'm saying. When she talking about the subject she talking about is like kids, you know what I'm saying? Some people, you know what I'm saying, feel like they lost their sons or lost their daughters because they became godly instead of, staying with that bullshit, with the mask and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to choose to be God, you know what I'm saying, instead of lying about it, saying that we not trying to cover it up, you know what I'm saying? When I seen white kids with masks on and black kids with masks on and shit like that, it really tripped me out, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, I caught on real quick. You know what I'm saying? I caught on real quick. It was something we needed to do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I say, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't going to work, period. Period. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when the government shut down, it means a lot of shit shut down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, you don't just go in a lot of shit because a lot of shit ain't got a lot of shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trip, man. Y'all trip. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, you was the mirror, not the threat, Adam. You was the mirror, not the threat. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. You was the mirror, not the threat. Remember that. It's, it's best we can tell it. You know what I'm saying? It's the best we can tell it. You know, man, all them days sitting in that truck, falling asleep on Facebook, paid off. You know what I'm saying? Old man. Yeah, so did. So did. And you don't know the half of it, Pop. You don't know the half. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? When you got a phone or a computer, you know what I'm saying? That's what fight is just like. You know what I'm saying? Phones and computers and addresses. Now, IP address. We did this. We did this. I ain't gonna sit up here and say we did it all wrong. I'm not gonna sit up here and judge the process. You know what I'm saying? This is process time. What we going through now. This is process time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, process time is production. You know what I'm saying? Process time is production. Yes, process time is production. You know what I'm saying? And preaching, God forgive me, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say, it's a waste of my time, but what do I need to sit up here and watch it for at all? If I'd have been to the end of the book and finished the book, what I need to keep edging who on? Who? You know what happened to Jesus, and you know God didn't intend for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So what's the argument and fight about now? Who, what part of the neighborhood do y'all want to do what with? Because ain't nobody being God, because everybody say you can't be God or you ain't God or God got this kind of law that mean this commandment mean this, and you can't command nobody to love or demand nobody to love you, man. You can't do none of that. All you can be is really be truly, honestly, respectfully. yourself and honor your mother and father, your sister, brother, auntie, uncle, cousin, everybody. Honor them. That's that's it. Honor them. That's it. You don't have to force yourself to love them, but love gonna come on you, man. When you know that come from your mama, auntie, sister, brother, and love gonna come up on you. That's real, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got new babies now, you know what I'm saying? They black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, all in one family. You know what I'm saying? So you got white kids being raised by black people now, and white people raising, it ain't too many white people raising the pure black ones, but then it is a lot of black people raising pure white ones. You know what I'm saying? And we've been getting along this long, you know what I'm saying? So, we're trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? We're really trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh, they ain't let me in no more. I gotta turn my shit off, Daddy. I gotta turn my shit off. They ain't gonna let me do what I'm doing. They ain't gonna let me do what I'm doing. Now, you baby, hear yourself. Yeah, this bullshit. This bullshit. I know it. But, you gotta play that game, man. You gotta play that game. That's all it is that game. And they broadcast ain't broadcasting like you know that now, don't you? Because you can't listen to them the way your system hooked up. So they system hooked up where they probably take your money. You know what I'm saying? They probably got it hooked up where they can see you, but you can't see them. Especially when you can't hear. Let me go somewhere. They ain't set up there. That's a trap. That's what we call that one, a trap. That's a trap. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no name. I'm just gonna say that's a trap. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn, learn to navigate your way. It's hard, but it's fair. That man, this shit is a trip, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because we got that won't let go twice. So that I feel like that's the prominent message here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Somebody is ashamed. They are humiliated. What is happening to this person that's ashamed? We got too late. Okay, so it's too late to apologize. It's too late to be trying to say sorry. A time is up. And that's the truth. A time is up. All right? Yay. So I feel like somebody is still trying to like hold on, but they need to know like, baby, your time is up. And so spirit is saying like the more they hold on, the more embarrassed they get. So somebody needs to stop embarrassing themselves. Look, y'all, I swear, look, somebody is on their knees, holding on to somebody's arm, like, don't leave, please don't leave, please don't leave. Man, somebody is getting Man, this is embarrassing. Like, I see why the embarrassment is here. I see why. I see it. I see it. I see somebody getting their heart broke. It's like somebody is breaking the news to them. Somebody could literally be breaking up with somebody. They could be breaking the news to them like, look, this ain't gonna work out. This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. We not gonna be together.
Man, it's a lot of different situations, man. It's this world got, God forgive all of us, man, for, man, I'm gonna tell you, the one thing that we do mess up, and do, what I'm saying, that's judge and accuse. Now, it ain't never been a law, what I'm saying, against judging and accusing, but the laws is against everything that's done when you do judge and accuse. It ain't nothing you can do wrong to nobody and then, without first having to judge and accuse. See, that's the sin. The sin not really going to the club or smoking or drinking and stuff. The sin not that. The sin is harming people or thinking about harming people or lustfully thinking about people that you ain't supposed to be lustfully thinking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the whole key to this whole thing is being God. You gotta be good. When Santa Claus comes, you can't be naughty. You gotta be being nice. But Santa Claus, y'all don't believe in God can't make you love it. You know what I'm saying? By commandment or demand. So demand is making you less than what you is. You know what I'm saying? All I do is lift you up and capitalize everybody's name, like I say. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to capitalize every word, but every word I do is capitalized.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is, it's too late. I feel like somebody is also trying to apologize to someone and they don't want to hear that shit. Okay? Like somebody don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear what this person is talking about. And it's like this person is on their knees begging. I'm telling y'all, I see why this is embarrassing. Somebody's like, look, you embarrassing yourself. Get up. Bitch. Get up off the floor, bitch. Get your ass up off the floor and wipe your nose. Somebody bitch,
don't wipe your fucking about nose. Nobody praying, man. That's joking about somebody praying, man. That's joking about somebody praying, man. I wouldn't joke about nobody praying, man. It's not a funny thing, man. Me and God is nothing to boast and brag on. You know what I'm saying? God forgive me for people thinking about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just, man, I'm telling you, it's a real thing, but it ain't. Oh, man, these people, man, they ain't nothing. It done went too far, man. I told you, it done went too far. It done went too far, man. It just went too far. It went too far. But this path we chose. It's the path we chose. You can't say it ain't the path we chose. Hey, come on.
Did you know with Capital One, you can save approved for card offers with no impact to your credit score? Don't believe me? Try it for yourself. Today,
and people are really done laughing. Now that they realize the jokes were always on them. See, when people sized you up, they didn't realize that you had a whole entourage coming behind you. Baby, people really didn't realize that while they were coming for you, they were coming up against themselves. They were planning their own downfall. They were doing everything they needed to do to put themselves in a position to lose. These were the very ones that told you they loved you. These were the very ones that called you a family member. These were the ones that you slept in the bed with. Baby, these people silent, realizing that they really played themselves when they came for you. They really played themselves out of their position. They allowed the enemy to play in their face and make them believe that the best thing that they could ever do was lie on you, steal from you, and do everything in their power to see you down and out. Now people are realizing that the jokes was always on them. Now that you are on top of the very thing that was designed to be on top of you, now that you are on top of all their lies, all of their manipulation, all the people they recruited to come up against you are now looking at them crazy. See, now people are realizing that you were really the only one on their team that was riding for them for real. The best thing you could have ever done was walked away, reserve your peace, because let them tell it, you were always the problem. Let them tell it, you were always the one that was hard to get along with. You was always the one keeping up all kinds of mess. No, you was always the one putting the spotlight on all of their mess. They played themselves out of the very position that was supposed to change their lives forever. See, that's one thing about a narcissistic person. Baby, they don't want change. They wanted chaos and confusion. And since you didn't follow suit with that, since you did not give them exactly what they thought they needed, because you didn't kiss nobody's tail, you stood your ground, and you didn't care who didn't like it. You didn't care who had what to say about it. And that's the part right there that keeps them in their feelings about you, because they are so used to being able to whip people into submission. They were so used to being able to cause people to do exactly what they wanted them to do. But see, you know, you don't owe people nothing. You don't owe them nothing but love. And narcissistic people, a lot of distance. I will forever say that you owe them a lot of distance. You don't owe them anything outside of that. A person that shows you they don't want to do nothing but kick you while you're down, lie on you, deceive you, have you thinking they're one way when they're really another. See, that's one thing about double-minded people. They will always be unstable in all of their ways. Maybe these people are unstable on today. They're silent because they know there's nothing they can do to come up against you that's going to succeed. That's why people need to understand that you don't walk alone. Just because it looks like you're alone, that does not mean anything. The fact that you continue to
No,
stand your
she right. She right. Because,
ground even in the
man,
face of it.
you got so many people. When you hear somebody say you are not alone. Remember that song by Michael Jackson? You are not alone. Something like that. I forgot the song, but it was a song that we sung at a time like this. It was a time like this when everybody was down and out. I think it was 9/11 or something, you know what I'm saying? But Michael Jackson and Prince. No, it wasn't 9/11 because Michael Jackson and Prince went in 99 or 98 with me. But then it was one of them times, we are the world, we are the children. Yeah, that song. That song. That was our graduation song, you know what I'm saying, in 84. We are the world. Remember that song? We are the children. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones to make a better world. And something about giving. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. People hate when they wasn't loved like you. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Man, can't nobody help that, man. Can't nobody help how they family raised them, man. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no family thing, man. It's just you being what you supposed to be when you supposed to be it, man. That's all it is, man. And, man, God forgive me, you know what I'm saying, for letting this shit go on this long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't caught on that goddamn long, man. I ain't know the whole 2026 years all consciously. You know what I'm saying? It was some unconscious, some conscious. You know what I'm saying? So, don't blame me for shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't love me, man, that ain't nothing that you gonna be able to die for. You don't have to die for it just because you don't love God. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean you don't have to die, but you can't kill, steal, or destroy him. call it love. And hate and call it love. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't raised, I'm just saying, man, we can't be blamed for how we raised and being raised and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But we can't be hating on the people because of the way they being raised, man. That's a whole
That they look at
crazy
you,
ass
the way that they,
family
disrespect
family war, man.
other people. People never been loved properly, bro.
I know
So they
it,
don't
man.
have no
I know
heart
it.
of love. They don't have no genuine, interest when it comes to how they treat people and what they feel about, how people.
Don't get me wrong, son, man. I swear to God, man. Like I think of you. I don't think of you like my little brother, cause my little brother, mine was a little bit different from yours. He didn't think like you think. You think like I think. You know what I'm saying? You think shit foolish that's really foolish and shit real that's really real. You think like I think. You think like God think. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you what you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the whole thing to make Adam and Eve think. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never had no God. You know what I'm saying? And cursed above the cattle, yes, that's a shepherd. That's a shepherd. If you cursed above the cattle, that's a shepherd. So yes, if you want to call the devil and Satan the shepherd, then I call him that. But the shepherd do love the sheep. And this the devil and Satan and God. That's the only way we're gonna really distinguish this shit. Because I can't be against God and I love my daddy. Man, I ain't bullshitting. But my daddy wasn't in my life. I ain't get raised by my daddy. That's why I say.
You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to brag. I ain't trying to brag on no piece of my life. Because my daddy didn't raise me. You know what I'm saying? He can't take credit for raising me. He can take credit for being there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he can. And being my daddy. Yes, my mama can take credit for being my mama and being there. But she had the worst life anybody could live with vitiligo. That's leprosy. That, made white people white. Michael Jackson had it. And it is really an ugly thing to get. You know what I'm saying? But she had it. But she had a man that beat on her all the time. Then when he got to beat on her and family, then he went to prison. And while he was in prison, she changed colors. Because she told me at 5 years old, the reason she went back to him because she loved him. So if she loved him that much, is he going to love her with them spots? That's what God wanted to know. But then when he came out and saw them spots, it wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? God forgive me for the way things went. I ain't planning it to go that way. I ain't trying to make it go that way. I stayed in that rice field welding on that equipment and walking at them goddamn levees and wading that goddamn water, pulling them levees. Till I graduated and went to a restaurant and washed dishes. And no glory job. Oh no, it was no glory job. Then I was a bus boy, you know what I'm saying, and washing dishes. You know what I'm saying? At a hotel. You know what I'm saying? No glory. And no glory in that. Mom and daddy wasn't no good parents at home. I had shit to help me. My grandfather, good man, but he wasn't putting money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I had to work for everything. I got my cars and shit. I just knew people that did the work. You know what I'm saying? Painted cars and shit like that. Went from having their own paint body shop to working for Phillips 66 as an operator. You know what I'm saying? That's the way shit went. But then, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no glorifying mom and daddy life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at it any other kind of way, they was against me. If you want to think about it any other kind of way, because shit, I had fine women, and I had a daddy that liked fine women. You know what I'm saying? And my mama didn't like nobody that was in my life, and pretty much as a woman, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't had no glorified life, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't loved, and I damn sure not loved now. So if you love me not being loved, because shit, this God, the commandments say do it, but I know you can't be made to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I don't fuss about.
There's no generosity in people.
I don't fuss about. You know what I'm saying?
They full of hate. They full of envy. They full of dysfunctional and chaos behavior. And I'm learning to understand that, man. Everybody wasn't loved like you, sis. Everybody wasn't loved like you, my boy. I know you might, think that everybody had a good father and a good mother like you, but everybody ain't had it like that. That's why you got to be careful with people. You got to be careful with people, dog. You got to make sure that you're not going around the wrong people who have the wrong intentions based on the lack of love that they never received. And you will be around a gang of people showing kindness and love to the wrong people who don't give a fuck about kindness or love, because they never was presented with the opportunity
I'm 60
to
now,
be loved correctly, and they never healed from that shit. You got a lot of adults and a lot of soon-to-be adults running around here unhealed, and they scarred. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit shows in their attitude. It shows in their work ethic. It shows in the way that they converse and talk to people. It shows in the way that they feel about themselves. Some people gave up on themselves before they didn't even get a chance to hit the ground and start running. Think about that shit. Some people look themselves in the mirror and tell themselves they ain't shit. They look themselves in the mirror and tell themselves, they can't never do nothing good. Ain't nothing good gonna come to them. Some people have gave up on life before life even started, because they never been loved properly and correctly, and they never healed from that shit. That shit is a scar. That shit will scar you. You know what I'm saying? That shit will put you in a position to where you don't even want to seek out nothing in life. You feel like it's nothing possible. It's nothing, that God got in store for you.
Third, fourth generation of those who hate God.
And most people, they feel like, because they haven't been loved, they go out their way to see other people get hurt like them, or feel that kind of lack of void. They want other people to feel that pain like them. That's why a lot of people get with people, and they only get with certain people to destroy their character. That's why you gotta be careful who you give yourself to. Because some people will just get with you just to make you feel like them. They'll make you feel unappreciated, unwanted, unloved. And they'll make you feel uncertain about life, because that's what they feel.
Thank you.
And you got to be careful when you're dealing with people out here, man, especially when you love yourself.
All this.
Especially when you're confident in yourself, especially when you believe in yourself, man.
But then,
everybody not cut like that.
Adolescence.
Most people in life, some people wasn't given the proper opportunity to be loved correctly. See, I come from a good family. I come from a family that prays together. Now we got our issues, but for the most part, I come from a good family where my family took me in and showed me love. That's what it was all about. And I understand that everybody, didn't have a mother like me. Everybody didn't have, siblings like mine, and uncles and aunties like me, and a grandma like mine. You feel me? So you gotta be careful what you tell people and what kind of energy you put off around people, because some people be mad at the fact of you being loved a certain way and you showing love a certain way based on your upbringing. You see what I'm saying? People be jealous of the fact that you was loved properly
you went through
when you was a child. And they didn't have
earth.
And you can see it in the way that people treat other people. You can see it in the way that people act out here in society. Man, people never was loved. They never felt that sense of connection. With their parents, with their family, with the people that raised them, or with other people that they may have been with in relationships. It's people out here who feel like they can't find no love, and it's to the point to where they don't even love themselves.
Yeah, it is. That is
And
people.
the worst thing you can deal with is a person that don't love themselves, because they gonna fuck up everything that you got going on in your life and make you feel like them. And that's just the realest shit I can tell you. Get around people that love
themselves. Falling away, right there.
That value themselves.
That's the falling away, right?
That appreciate. You dig what I'm talking about? The joy, the peace, the blessings that God has bestowed upon them. Don't get around a bunch of people who don't feel good about themselves and who don't love themselves like you.
See,
because you ain't gonna feel that sense of camaraderie and connection with
good about these.
They're gonna always have something to bitch and fuss and complain about. They're gonna always find a reason to make excuses. They're gonna always find a reason to start some shit or start some drama. Because that's what they like. They like dysfunctional things. They like chaos. They don't come from a background of love. You see what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is, man, most people
gotta go around. You gotta go around.
You dig what I'm talking about? And it's a sad situation, dog, because you know, if you really look around in the world right now, it's obvious. You can see this shit in people's face. People have a face of void. They have a void look on their face.
Way of life.
They have a face of distress.
We all different. The only thing is, you told them they look in the mirror and see
they being properly taken care of and appreciated.
You know what I'm saying? You taught them what the truth is. That's all. You ain't tell no Mason secrets, no Shriners secrets, no.
Literally crashing out because of that,
man. They ain't never been in
man.
no motherfucking meeting talking about the shit you talking about.
They crashing out because of that shit, and you got something precious.
Chill now. If they got them now, they might have them now, but they ain't
because
never
it make you value yourself, it make you love yourself.
To this point.
You got people that look themselves in the mirror and tell themselves they ain't gonna never be shit.
You put it right in
the goddamn. You got people that look themselves in the mirror and tell themselves they ugly. They don't deserve shit out of life. You got people who literally talk like this.
Your daddy born in 45 and your mama born in 48.
And it shows. That's why they abuse alcohol. That's why you got people out here who take all kind of drugs. That's why you got people out here who just let people run over them.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they don't love themselves. They don't value their peace. They don't value their health. And it shows in the way you conversate with these people. It shows when you do business with these people. It shows.
One thing about us, God here, this God told us exactly what we. The only way you gonna judge and accuse somebody is you in their business. If you in their business. And that's the only way you gonna judge and accuse somebody, you in their business. And they ain't supposed to judge and accuse you if you ain't in their business. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know nobody, you ain't supposed to have nobody messing with you. That's just God. Ain't no innocent people supposed to be targeted by no crazy people. You know what I'm saying? That's just God. This is God looking at things. It's God looking at things. That's what I'm saying. That's what they gonna have to do.
People who have a lot of folks like that can be thankful for something
Can't start nothing without me.
called financial hardship that
Long
allows
as I'm
Americans
here, they ain't gonna be
to get immediate financial relief.
That's
It's
what
something
I'm
most
saying.
people
Long as
don't
I'm here
even realize they
in this
qualify for.
position,
Financial
they
hardship.
gonna be, long as I don't have a work truck and a normal life. How you think y'all gonna have a work truck and a normal life if God don't have a work truck and a normal life? If y'all life can't be normal, how? If God life can't be normal and y'all tell the truth about it, how y'all gonna go about y'all business? You're talking low, lady.
They even went into the banking stores.
Oh, and man, God forgive me, man, but God can't worry about them going into the bank and stealing. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, that's something I can't really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen that too. You know what I'm saying? I seen that too, Dad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say that. I'm just through, Dad. I'm through with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Because the word of God is foolishness to only one set of people.
Hey,
We
collective,
not
what's
dying
up?
and perishing. Not this
Welcome
time.
to my channel, Journey
I
to Row.
hope, you know what I'm saying?
My name is Z. What is up, everybody? I am doing a quick
I hope
intuitive
everything
message
work
here
like it's
for the
supposed to
collective,
now.
all signs included. We are in Aries season.
Some
It'll be Aries
movies
when you see
get
this
real.
video.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope all is well. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like the message and it resonates here, okay?
Like Truman
Cool.
Show. Shit, I'm just saying.
All right, let's tap right into the energy and see what is going on, what's going down on the timeline here. Happy birthday to all of my Aries. I hope you guys enjoy your season, your solar return. And thank you so much, Soul Family, for all of your support, okay? Your likes, your shares, your subscribes, all of your donations. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys, all right? So yeah, let's see what's going on. Somebody's in fear, collective. They're in fear. Someone could actually be scared to pass, okay? Or they're in fear as they already know that they are near death soon here, okay? Let's see what is going on here. This also could just speak to the end of a cycle. The jig is up, whatever they were going through, all right?
Man, you know what I'm saying, man.
So
I
say
hate
get one
to
more.
listen to
A lot of
about
anxiety at
people
this time.
dying and all that. But
Then
dying
technically,
is the thing that
Mercury
people do
retrograde has
gotta
come
miss.
to an end, but you know
All
we still
the
have that
dead
shadow
people,
period.
you know what I'm saying?
That hangs, you know,
Week
like
out
the
of
tail end
mind
for
too.
2
You
to
know
3
what I'm
weeks here,
saying? We
okay?
got grandkids
And it's something about the
and
retrograde, like somebody
kids
was really
too.
feeling it.
You know
Something
what I'm
about their
saying?
anxiety here.
And we the
Um,
saints.
It says
And
best
you know what
filter you'll
saints
ever
is?
you'll
Say
ever
ain't.
wear. Self-love
Say
looks
ain't.
good on
Say
you.
ain't.
Confidence, glow,
Say
and
ain't.
attraction.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
So this
You
is
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
not whoever's
They
in fear,
mark
their
you to
energy
the
here,
end.
okay?
Say ain't.
So I
Say
don't know,
ain't.
maybe
Say
as the
you
low
ain't God.
lightens for
Say you
you,
ain't God.
someone else is feeling the weight,
Saints.
okay? I'm also getting
You
something
know what
about
I'm saying?
shifting
Now,
blame. I don't know if somebody was
you know,
blaming
they'll
you,
protect that to the end.
but you feel good,
You know what
you
I'm saying?
look good, okay?
Just so they
Yes.
won't be
As we
blamed.
step into this spring energy, Leo
So
energy
you gotta
is at
repent
the
to
top
yourself
of the
in that
deck. You
mirror.
could be a Leo
And
masculine
tell
or dealing with
yourself
one, or you're just
that
in
you
that
sorry.
energy here, okay?
For whatever you did.
I'm hearing
you gotta
tip-top
tell that
shape,
person
divine
who
masculine
you did
energy.
it to. But you don't really have to tell them.
Okay, I feel like you're
They
attracting
know
as well as
if
getting
you
things
tell them.
done with that King of Wands,
And they
okay?
know
The
if
Age
you
of
don't
Pentacles
tell
and the Lovers. You're gonna have a love child.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Gemini
They know
energy.
if you
Let's
don't
see what's
tell
going
them.
on.
And if you don't tell them, you won't fool with them.
Let's see. Somebody could have been a rolling
You know what I'm
stone.
You just won't fool with them. You know, there's a lot of space and
I'm hearing
time
best kept
between
secret,
a lot
okay?
of
I'm also
things.
getting an energy
30
of
years
less
behind,
likely
28
to
years
succeed,
behind.
okay?
And you'll
Someone is
never
giving
know
runt or
where
ugly
every
ugly,
night
okay?
you go
And
to
again, this is
sleep
not
and wake
nothing,
up.
this is not really
You're in
attributed to
another
your
whole
looks.
dimension.
It's about somebody
You're in a
set the bar
whole new
low
world.
for an individual
You
here,
know, every day
okay?
you go to sleep and wake up.
Yeah, I
you
keep
are
picking up
all
on this
said,
Gemini energy,
I die
honey.
daily.
Look at the Lovers and the
I
Nine of
die
Swords.
daily.
Wow. This could be
So,
somebody
you
from
know
the
what I'm saying?
past.
That
They're
sun
really
come
in their
up and
head.
go
Didn't I say
down,
anxiety?
people come and
This
go.
person is praying.
Every
Oh my
day in the
God.
middle of it, you don't never just
Did you know
stop
there's a way
like
to
the
become your own
wind
bank
and
with the right
breathing.
life insurance
You don't
policy?
never just stop.
It's called
Your
Indexed
heart beats
Universal
your
Life
next
Insurance.
breath.
Like all life insurance,
All
IULs
that
provide a death
come
benefit.
with God, man. That come with being God. And if you claim
Damn.
something else, I don't know.
Could be a
You
masculine
know,
or
it work
feminine
for
energy.
you. You know,
What's
man.
going on?
Don't ever say I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever say I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
So there's something about this person's anxiety reaching some a peak level as they become self-aware. Okay, and again, for some of you guys, it may even in regards to this person or the situation is like even at the end or even in their last days. Okay, their perception has switched. I'm hearing change lanes, has changed here. Okay, so it's like the filter. It's almost as if somebody's heart is being decalcified here. Okay, they're gaining clarity about who they are, who they have been, how they showed up here. It's a heavy energy, right? It's a heavy. And here you are. Self-love looks good on you. Confidence, glow, and attraction. Okay. They're all here to see you. Okay, something about you being the authority. You could be dealing with the Taurus. You could be a Taurus here. Okay. Something about you laying down the law. Well, let's see. Damn. Okay. So you got 3 of Wands and the Chariot energy and the Star. So your Chariot awaits. Okay, Cancer and Aquarius energy stepping into the chat room. All right.
80s and 90s, baby. Boy, them 80s and 90s, baby. Boy, y'all something.
Excuse me. There could be a Cancer that's watching somebody.
I need to pay y'all by y'all age group.
What is going on,
instead
you
of
guys?
paying y'all for
Someone's running around.
you know what you do.
In a rat race here.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, trying to get something done at the
For
last
your
minute.
age
3
level,
months, somebody could be waiting for a ride. What is this?
You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying you, judging and accusing you.
Something about you.
You know. All
You're
kinds of crazy
elevating.
stuff,
Okay.
you know.
Somebody could be stuck. What is going on? They're watching. Okay. They're watching.
Like I say, you know, I'm more into, you know,
They feel like self-love looks good on you. I don't know. Some guys could be going through a glow.
That's why I say
Okay.
my thoughts, not y'all
Once
thoughts.
again, somebody is waiting
Y'all
on
thoughts,
a
not my
ride.
thoughts.
Death
I'm
card.
thinking about,
Gee,
you
this
know,
death
help
energy
us
has been
not
heavy.
being journeyman,
Okay.
you know what I'm
Today.
saying, working 40
Five of
years
Pentacles is
as
at
a
the
help,
top of the day.
you know what I'm saying, instead of becoming a journeyman at 15
My
and
condolences
16,
if somebody did check,
and
but
then, you know
with the
what I'm
death
saying,
card and the 5 of Pentacles, this could be an
knowing
end to
what
a
you're
material
doing at
material
21,
loss. Okay.
22,
See,
23.
damn, somebody
You know,
can't
and
speak.
that's why I changed it to
They're
7,
flabbergasted.
14,
Like, what is going on?
21.
The end to
You know what I'm
someone's
saying?
material
So we
loss,
can
finances,
teach
business,
them
honey, because you got the King of
from
Pentacles and the 5 of
13
Pentacles. Woo.
to
Yeah, that's a
18
tough blow.
and turn
That's
them
a
loose
tough blow.
at 21.
So it's almost like a transfer
Well,
of wealth,
13,
changing of the
21.
guards here.
You know what I'm
Okay?
saying?
Yeah.
Instead of
Mm.
going 6, 12.
Good for you, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Leave that out here.
That 12
Damn, so somebody's going through a harsh
you know what I'm
transformation
saying?
as well as a harsh
They expect
realization is what I'm
that
getting. Okay?
14-year-old to be 50.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And 21-year-old
Well.
to be
And here comes the Page of Cups.
old enough to start
Also
a
want to
family.
almost say,
You
here
know
comes the
what I'm saying?
Sun.
That's where they
Yeah,
start
with the Six of
families,
Wands
right
energy
there.
here. Wow.
21. You
Okay,
know what
Ace
I'm
of
saying?
Wands in the reverse.
And y'all ain't supposed to be
Somebody
being
can't
no
get it up.
grown
It's like
ass
this person has been stripped.
55-year-old players with no girlfriend.
Disconnected?
Thinking about making no baby at this late age. You know what I'm saying?
Like this is no longer the man with the master plan. Whoever this
old lady
King of Pentacles is. Because with the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in the reverse, you don't even have the ability to create. That's why somebody's been stripped, honey. Like their lights are going out. Or the power could have went out. Yeah, and then something is falling in your lap. 9 of Cups energy here. Okay? So there is definitely a huge transfer of wealth on a soul level though. Okay?
You know,
And it's definitely going to manifest in the living earth.
It's just for one man.
So that's why I got that change lanes, switch sides. Okay? Because now the 9 of Cups is with you.
Get to.
You're riding off into the sunset with the 6 of Wands. Higher fit energy here.
One,
okay?
You know what I'm saying? Didn't know what they were doing before. So we back to all
I'm
of
getting
y'all
a change
really
of
virgins now.
like government management here. Okay?
With no
a new
love.
sheriff's
It's
in
like
town.
when the government shut down, that's like no love.
So you guys could be making
That's
something
like no
official
love.
when it comes
When
to
the
a new
government shut
relationship here, okay?
That
But your
means,
chariot
you know what I'm saying, it
awaits.
just meaning, you know, we having a shutdown
Yeah.
at work.
10 of
You know what I'm
Cups.
saying, for
Wow.
a few months. government
Okay.
shutdown. That ain't
But
no
this is
love,
quite
man.
interesting. So,
Ain't
what
no
happened?
love. Power, man. Power. Yeah, y'all can keep on.
So somebody doesn't know what to do
generating
with themselves,
electricity,
okay?
charging for it, and all that.
Because
and then one day,
they ain't got it.
God, you know what I'm saying?
They don't even have the finesse. Okay? Again, the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in reverse, they can't wave a wand. They don't have a wand, okay? To manifest anything new. Yeah.
Don't get no pay. And looking at these
Somebody could have got
elbows,
left
that
behind
don't
because
never
the baby was
come.
working or something. I don't know.
Journey.
But the Six of Wands is here. You know, self-love looks good on you here, okay? It's like an energy transfers, but it's actually going back to
looking at these people that you really
its
can't
original,
train to
okay?
be
Something like that.
what you want to train them to be.
I don't know what's going on here, but it's harsh. It's like a
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
It's
Good
a
luck to
habit
whoever
is
this is.
doing what you love
Okay.
to do a lot of time.
Five of Swords with the
You know
Nine
what
of
I'm saying?
Swords
When
here.
you
Wow, so
love
they did it to
something,
themselves.
You do it better and you do more of it.
Yeah, I'm hearing Father
You know
God.
what I'm saying?
I've been
Winners
betrayed. Okay,
win
but who's
all
saying
the
that though?
time. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Maybe
problem.
someone got tricked out of their
That's
spot.
why didn't nobody
Five of
want
Swords
me
and
to
the
be
Nine of
coach.
Swords. Okay, this person could have betrayed other people.
Went to the
This
Super
is
Bowl
someone
twice.
here who they had a run. Okay, intuitively here, this is what I'm getting.
That
Somebody
ain't
had a run.
bragging.
Okay,
It's
which means
just
they've had
letting
several
you know
chances to change
I
their
can't
ways,
make a
their
change
life
there.
here. Okay.
You
Because
wouldn't
they're being
understand
faced with all the
unless
wrong that they have
you
done. Somebody has like taken from vulnerable people or population here. Okay, somebody played dirty to get on top, to stay on top. Okay, could be a King of Wands, King of Pentacles energy. Yeah. Excuse me, confirmation.